Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hoopy186 back again with another video. I have some time to kill before I have to go to work, so I decided to do this video. I had a couple other stuff that I wanted to talk about, but I might as well do this first. So as this article, this is from VG. Hold on, let me see. I think it's VG some number. Oh yeah, VG 24/7. Yeah, I should have known that. Um, Satoru Iwata did an interview. Not an interview, but I guess he was in some sort of conference, and this is in the words that are written in the article. I'm not gonna read the whole article, but the stuff that's written in the article is translated. So you know, you always have to worry about stuff being lost in translation or in stuff like that. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that and go by just the title alone. And this article saying that Nintendo, they're not good at competing, because I don't think that he meant it in that fashion. I really don't. No, I think that he means that Nintendo doesn't like the competing, or they're just not interested in competing with Sony and Microsoft. And I think is more in line with Nintendo's overall strategy when it comes to as far as their console as far as their consoles is concerned. So I don't believe that. I think this is just an article title used to stir up controversy and stuff like that. I don't think he really meant it as Nintendo's not good at competing, because based on history, it's not really true. It's not really true. But what this article is a confirmation that I've known for a long time, and I think a lot of people have known for a long time, that Nintendo has no problem being your secondary console. And to be frank, Nintendo's, the GameCube, the Wii, and soon to be the Wii U. They, for the past 3 generations, soon to be 3 generations, Nintendo has been content with being your secondary console. You know what I mean? Like, if for all you Nintendo guys out there, if Nintendo is your primary console, that's fine. That's a-okay in my book. But you miss out on so many awesome games because of Nintendo's outdated practices. You look at games like Grand Theft Auto 5, which is not on your system. You look at BioShock, is not on your system. You look at what's the other game that's coming out, that came out. Well, obviously Last of Us is not on the system. Obviously, that's obvious. But you look at 3 games right now. Those are my top contender for Game of the Year, and not one of those games are on your platform. Obviously, Last of Us is obvious because that's a first party title, but BioShock is not on there. Grand Theft Auto 5 is not on there. Some of my favorite games of this year that I've played this year, like Guacamelee, is not on the Wii U. You know what I mean? Like, in the game that Nintendo offers, now this differs between different people, but as far as I'm concerned, their first party offerings is not good enough for me to purchase a Nintendo console. It's not good enough. Yeah, sure, whatever Mario game that they're gonna come out with, is going to be good. Zelda is gonna be good. You have a whole bunch of the Donkey Kong games gonna be good. All these games are fine titles. You know what I mean? They're not bad games whatsoever. But are those games enough? Not only one are enough to differentiate itself from the library of the Wii. No, they're not. At least the games that they've shown so far are not. When the thing that you guys have to brag about are Mario titles that look exactly like their Wii counterparts, when you have another Mario game that looks like their 3DS counterpart, you have a 10-year-old, and you're bragging about 10-year-old HD remakes, and those are the top games on the system. That's I'm sorry, but I can't waste $300+ on that. I can't do it. Now, in this article, and Nintendo, regardless of whether it's Iwata or Reggie or whoever, has said this, that they're interested in being different. They want to offer something different. The problem is that when the thing that you're offering that's different sucks, then it doesn't fucking matter whether or not it's the same shit or it's different shit. Shit is shit regardless, and that's the problem with at least with the Wii and the Wii U. Whatever they're offering that's different fucking sucks. It's not good. You know what I mean? Like, at least with the GameCube, at least there was something that I can have with the GameCube, that at least gave me a reason why I could own the system. Now, I did own a GameCube. Obviously the PS2 was my main console. Is where I put most of my money, and that was my favorite console that generation. But my sister actually bought the GameCube, and I bought several games for the GameCube. You know what I mean? So because I saw the value in owning the GameCube. Now, if you ask me personally, if I had to do it over again, I probably would have bought an Xbox. I definitely would have bought an Xbox over a GameCube. I did like the GameCube a lot, and but again, that the GameCube was a secondary console because it didn't have the game that I wanted to play right away. You know what I mean? The PS2 was where my bread and butter was at, and the same thing with the PS3, as opposed to the Wii, and the same thing is gonna be for the PS4 or Xbox. Well, mainly just PS4. I don't know about the Xbox One yet. I'll do a video about that. But like what Nintendo's offering that's as their alternative is simply not good enough. It's not good enough anymore. You know what I mean? It's not good enough. And he talks in I think he let me see if I can see here. Like, he talks about how it's not good. They want to challenge the status quo and all that other stuff, which is fine. But if you're going to challenge the status quo, aka online capabilities, whatever your console, anything that's non-gamer related that your console features, they can't suck. Whatever, if you're offering something different, it can't be garbage. And what Nintendo's offering that's different is garbage. Their online infrastructure is garbage. Is complete trash. And Miiverse. I mean the fact that you have to go to Miiverse to message your friends is garbage. It's complete garbage. Like, and you're telling me that coming off of a PS3, if I were to buy a next generation console, why the hell would I buy a next generation console which online infrastructure can't even compete with the PS3 online infrastructure, and considering that the PS3 online infrastructure is technically weaker than what you would get on the Xbox Live. I mean, what the fuck? Are you serious? And I'm spending $350 on this on the Wii U? Are you serious? It can't be done. It seriously can't be done. And the games that they have on the system, I can play the vast majority of them on my PS3 right now. You need the first party stuff is the one that has to entice you, and so far there's not. I can't think of any first party Nintendo titles that they have, whether it's from Nintendo themselves or from a second party or from the second or third party that's making an exclusive game. There is no game that I cannot play on any other platform that Nintendo has that's worth the damn to buy the console. There's none. There's absolutely none. At least right now, there's none. And it's shocking to me that there are still some people out there. Not if you like Nintendo, that's fine. I don't want to be one of those dudes who bashes people for liking Nintendo. I don't have a problem with that. My problem is you defend their business practices, saying that, and you go around saying, oh, it's third party's fault why they can't do this, oh, it's this and that. At the end of the day, regardless of whether or not they do get screwed by third party developers, at the end of the motherfucking day, you have to go back. Nintendo has to look at themselves and say, oh, what are we doing wrong? What are we doing wrong? And look at Sony. Sony did the same. Sony had to do the same thing. Sony was cocky. Sony was arrogant. They released a PS3 overpriced, and They were boasting about this and that, and then none of that came into fruition. They had a whole bunch of third-party games that were not coming out for the system. They saw their lead in North America go dwindle to zero from the Xbox 360. So what did they do? They didn't repeat the same shit. They had to change. They had to change. Listen, I love my PS3. The PS3 is easily the best console this generation, but they had to change. They couldn't do with the PS3 with the PS4 that they started doing with the PS3. They had to change, and I personally believe it will benefit them. And Nintendo has to realize that they have to change. You can it's easy. You can easily throw in that Nintendo charm in there that people love without alienating the vast majority of the core gamer. You can still do that. You can still offer Mario. You can still offer Zelda. You can still offer these unique titles, but you also have to cater to the people that you lost with the core gamer. The we got is the core gamer when it comes to what they want. They want a nice online infrastructure where they can invite friends whenever they want, and all the other stuff that comes with it. You know what I mean? Like that's what the core gamer wants. They want online experience. They want their online experience. They want the games to be the online experience to be easy. Now it can't be perfect. It's impossible to be perfect, but it has to be easy. It has to be fun. It has to be easy. And Nintendo, for whatever reason, thought that they could just create a console with a tablet and think that everyone was gonna fall in love with it like everyone did with motion controls with the Wii, and it does not work. It didn't work. It's not working. And yeah, I get it that the sales in UK are up gazillion% or whatever, but trust me, it's not going to last if Nintendo keeps missing out on a whole bunch of titles, and they have a bunch of their own first party stuff getting held back, getting delayed. It's not going to last. So, you know, basically at the end of the day, I know it's 12 minutes long. Basically at the end of the day, Nintendo. I don't think Nintendo's Iwata saying that Nintendo's not good at competing. I don't think they're. I don't believe that. I just think that they're interested. They're more interested in being your secondary console and offering something different instead of offering something that's awesome. You know what I mean? Like that's just my personal opinion. But anyways, Who 186. I am out. You can leave a comment below if you want. I'll have my Also, I'll start doing this. Excuse me. I'll put a link down to my Instagram or my Twitter, and you can follow me in those two places if you want, and subscribe if you like the content. Whatever. Do whatever you want to do. Thumb up, thumb down, whatever. Just anyway, but this Hoovy 186. I'm out of here.